Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. I got ChatGPT to write me an episode of Emmerdale, and this is what it came up with. XCWSV. I is frightening in terms of what it can do. One of those abilities could soon allow it to take jobs from ITV soap writers. While tinkering around on the computer one day, I saw one Reddit user wonder what it would be like to get an artificial intelligence tool like ChatGPT to write an episode of an ITV soap. With shows like Emmerdale and Coronation Street coming under fire recently for everything from sloppy writing to conveniently forgetting key character details, it got me thinking. Could ChatGPT write me an Emmerdale episode script as good as the real thing? Could I theoretically replace soap writers as it's replacing background actors, artists, and illustrators? Can it keep on top of current storylines, characterize accurately, use familiar settings like the wool pack effectively? I decided to try it out and see for myself. I tried the prompt. Write me an episode of ITV soap Emmerdale to fit in with the current storylines. ChatGPT even came up with an episode title for me, something soaps don't have. Crossroads. Scene 1 opened in the wool pack, with the addendum. The pub is bustling with activity as villagers gather for a quiz night. The camera pans over the lively crowd, settling on April Windsor, who sits alone at a table, nervously fidgeting with a glass. In a baffling turn of events, April begins to talk to herself, saying, "I can't keep doing this. I need to feel something, anything." The directions add. She discreetly pulls out a small vial from her bag, contemplating its contents. So far so mediocre. Sure, we have April's drug use after her pregnancy loss. But we strangely have a character talking to herself in a busy setting, something I can't recall happening in a soap, just to give more information to the audience. A lot could be done with showing and not telling, writing advice I learned in primary school. Not great for the powerful language model of ChatGPT, but we'll power through. Scene 2 sees Gabby and Vinny at home farm, discussing the recent plot point that saw Gabby's toddler son Thomas discover a gun, leaving the child's life in grave danger. Vinny says, "Are you sure about this, Gabby? Leaving home farm, I mean." Then Gabby responds, "After what happened with Thomas and Kim, I can't stay there. It's not safe." The pair go through to see Kim in her office, with Gabby telling her, "We're leaving Kim. I can't raise Thomas hereafter, everything." Kim is said to be cold in her response as she warns Gabby, "You're making a mistake." Vinny tells her, "It's what's best for Thomas." Under her breath, Kim whispers, "You'll regret this," as the pair turn to go, boxes in hand. Now this I can definitely imagine playing out on screen, perhaps even word for word. I has Kim Tate down to a T. There's more. Later in the episode, April overhears nurses at the hospital discussing Caleb's fate. Bafflingly, with hospital staff all clued up that Joe Tate was responsible, she rushes to Kane, but rather than discuss his brother's condition, she instead confesses about his drug use and he vows to support her, emptying the vial down the sink. Sure, they're related by blood. Sort of. But I can't imagine April rushing to Kane for help, or Kane being so immediately practical, but we'll let it go for now. Then we return back to Vinny and Gabby, who have also heard about Caleb. We see the man himself connected to wires in a hospital bed, before Kane and April bond some more. So far, this episode is all over the place. We even have a visit to Dawn and Billy at the hospital, once again with baby Even. We end with panoramic shots over home farm and the village green. Again, for an absolutely unknown reason. That's the end. I'm not sure we could stretch it out to a whole 30 minutes, or that it'll be winning any Inside Soap Awards. But there are definite glimmers of Emmerdale in there. The dialogue isn't very imaginative, but it rarely is in real life.